This is Joshua Jones, who is in an Aiken County court for murder and illegal possession of firearms. On January 28, 2012, the 26-year-old shot and killed Master CPL Sandra Rogers while she was responding to a report of suspicious activity at Eustis Park. Hours before Jones killed Rogers, he shot and killed his 21-year-old pregnant girlfriend, Casey Weiss. The cop killer is being charged with murder and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime.
You do not understand the law that you're charged under. I'll be glad to explain the law to you. You have a charge of possession of a weapon during a violent crime and also a charge of murder. Do you understand the charge of possession of a weapon during a violent crime?
Yeah.
On that charge, if you're found guilty, it can carry a sentence of up to 5 years and/or a fine in the discretion of the court. Do you understand the law pertaining to murder?
Yeah.
During court proceedings, the 26-year-old, who was not a fan of questions, responded to the judge's questions with a puzzling display.
Do you have the income to hire an attorney on your own?
Does it look like it?
I don't know, sir. I don't have any idea. Do you want me to screen you for an attorney?
No.
Can I hire your own?
I don't need one.
Jones continued showing his teeth to the judge and went full wolf mode when she tried to ask another question.
Do you want to be screened for an attorney?
I don't care.
Mr. Jones. You state at this time you are currently unemployed. I am going to pre-qualify you for a court-appointed attorney. Someone from the public defender, Mr. Jones, someone from the public defender's office will come over and speak with you about your case.
Jones was tried and found guilty. He was sentenced to life imprisonment with no chance of parole. In this next case, a man on trial attacks another man in court for no reason. This is David, St. John, who is in a Houston court for sexual assault. On the 25th of January 2021, John drove a 16-year-old girl to a Northwest Harris County hotel room and had multiple sexual acts on her without consent. He is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a 16-year-old girl and felony possession of a weapon. During court proceedings, John's sudden display of violence sent the courtroom into meltdown.
La sala de audiencia.
After you sign the order. Okay, hit the panic button. Call someone.
What was I?
Sit down, man. Sit down.
I'm learning your lesson. Hey! I'm fine. What was that? No, you need to learn your lesson so you don't end up like me.
Get up. Get up. You need to learn.
We don't have a panic button.
I don't have one over here.
I did that for your good, son. Don't end up like me.
I'm not.
Hey, all right. Lock him up. That's a problem.
The 41-year-old was sentenced to 2 separate 25-year prison terms.
Let me go.
This is Latasha Williams, who is in a Clark County District Court for child endangerment and kidnapping. The 36-year-old woman allegedly threatened 2 children and was recommended for mental evaluation. After 2 failed mental evaluations, Ms. Williams was set to appear in court. She is charged with 2 counts of first-degree kidnapping and 2 counts of child endangerment. During court proceedings, Ms. Williams had some explaining to do.
Epileptic, and there were 2 appointments that were made. I missed the first one because they wanted to go. The second one that I did, it was scheduled for 12 o'clock. He said that the appointment was for 11 o'clock. That day I had a seizure. I had a young man that sat there and watched me while I had a seizure. And then on the 18th, on the Friday, I went to her office and I called her office. She said that, she said, I don't have a receptionist in my office. And she has not been. Okay.
Oh, so it wasn't her?
No, so how can we call that?
You didn't get a dishonorable discharge. She didn't get a dishonorable.
Okay, because I didn't see anything
Yeah,
like
she didn't.
that.
It was
Okay.
merged with the other ones. Okay, so you had an appointment, you had seizures.
So I had a seizure. Somebody watched me. She said that the appointment's for 12 o'clock, and then she said it was scheduled
11.
So what I did was I went down there on the 18th to meet with her to see whether or not she was clean, because I needed to see a psychiatrist. I really did. I needed to see a psychiatrist because I had already saw the psychologist, Susan, Dr. Susan, who had declared me competent. So they're saying they need 3 days.
The judge, not falling for that fable, scheduled Ms. Williams for another evaluation. Her response tore the piece of the room into 2.
So
She's remanded into custody, and Christina, get somebody else to do the, other than Bradley, to do the evaluation.
and how long will it take?
What do you think? 2 weeks? 2 weeks. As soon as she's, you know, because we have Sussman, right?
You have an evaluation on file.
Okay, so we've got the Sussman eval.
Hold on a second.
Yes, you are.
Let me go. I got kids and responsibilities.
Come on.
Fuck y'all. Let me go. No, let me
Oh,
let me go. Me go.
I pressed the button.
I was going to, but
I never pressed the button before. Everybody, here's the courtroom.
They're trying to accuse me of something I didn't do.
Go tell them.
I've had 3 evaluations. That should be another strike by the court's argument. Why do we strike the judges?
You got 20
Get my purse.
No, chef. You got it.
Even though you have done it. Slide in, push it by accident.
Walk out the door. Walk out the door. I'm going for a
Thieving ass motherfucker.
All right? Yeah.
As chaos erupted in the courtroom, the 36-year-old woman was dragged away, her cries echoing through the hall.
Respect her own goddamn. Sorry, bitch. I complied. Did you comply? Did you keep your word? Did you? Were you a woman of your word? Did I not see 3 psychologists? Have I not showed up 30 times? Yes or no? Swear before God. I bet you can. Compulsive liar. You don't break my heart?
Ms. Kazemka, I think it's clear your client needs an evaluation. Oof. Okay. Were you hurt? Were you hurt?
Stretched.
2 weeks? Well, Christina's gone. I would think that. Two weeks.
April 5th, 9:30.
If I was everybody, I would just kind of.
Ms. Williams remained in jail after her outburst in court. This is Jamie Osuna, who is in court for murder. On November 13, 2011, Osuna murdered Yvette Pena, a mother of 6, in a Morocco hotel in Bakersfield. He is charged with first-degree murder. During court proceedings, his confessions brought a cold chill to the courtroom.
I had her like one time, then I came back the next night and I seen opportunity, no one's there. You know, the Morocco motel is, they got a lot of parolees right there that parole there's a lot of people who do drugs, so if they're screaming and yelling and stuff like that, no one's gonna call the cops. Did sadistically, premeditatedly, deliberately tortured and murdered Yvette Pena. This wasn't the first time in my life that I've committed these heinous acts. Since I was a kid, 8, 9 years old, I've killed animals. My mom would go to the store, I'll put the cat in the freezer. 15 minutes, let it out, put it in the oven, let it out, you know, stuff like the torture and all that. It's more of a trying to get a rush. It's a rush, it's an addiction, it's a drug. I would rather do that than do drugs. I'd rather do that.
During the trial, he showed no remorse and even gave the judge a thumbs up sign. The psycho killer was sentenced to life without parole. On March 9th, 2019, while serving time, Osuna beheaded his cellmate, 44-year-old Luis Romero, and made a necklace out of the deceased body parts. He also used the blood of his victim to write "ha ha ha" on the prison walls. When questioned about this gruesome act, this was what he had to say.
I don't have no sympathy. I'm sadistic. I really don't care. I'll do it and I'll do it again over and over and over.
Osuna was transferred to the psychiatric inpatient program at Salinas Valley State Prison. This is Alan Miller McCaddy, who is facing charges for making a death threat to a judge. Alan McCaddy called Volusia County Dispatch on September 29, 2017, to threaten Circuit Judge Stacia Warren, who ruled against him in a child custody dispute. Alan stated on the call that he had a gun pointed at the judge's building and threatened the judge would die for sabotaging people's cases.
Communications, Warhurst.
Yeah, I want to report a crime that's about to happen.
What do you mean a crime that's about to happen?
Yeah, there's about to be a crime that's going to happen if my kids don't come back to me, you stupid because your stupid judges don't want to bring people to courtrooms. I got a gun pointed at your building.
Sir, what is going on?
Who the you calling, sir, you stupid? Where's your Judge Warren at? You going to bring that out in handcuffs and I'm going to execute that son of a right in the street. I'm letting you know I'm going to shoot this. You gonna give me my kids.
Where are you at, sir?
I just told you I'm outside of her building waiting for her to get there in the morning. I'm going to pop tapping that you stupid.
Following this 911 call, analysts in the Volusia County Crime Center determined the audio matched the previous recordings of Alan's voice. The Santa Rosa Sheriff's deputies arrested Alan and booked him into the Milton jail. However, Alan's arbitrary behavior continued towards the judge in his court appearances.
Number one, I need to know whether or not you want to be here during the trial process.
No.
All right, do you want to testify though?
No, I don't. This is all being done unconstitutionally, unrightfully. Y'all are you ain't allowing my evidence. You ain't allowing my people. My daddy owns the building and I look like a idiot, huh? Brought your dress today, you little prick. You wanna take my kids from me and act like that? You in that? You loud with me? Is that what you're gonna do?
No.
Well then do it again. Come on. Shut the up. I'm trying to think over here.
This disruptive behavior made the judge presiding over the case, Matt Foxman, order him to be removed from the courtroom. The court found Alan guilty of threatening to kill a judge and a pair of dispatchers. Then moving on to the sentence, Alan displayed his usual erratic scene in the court.
Threatened the unborn child of the prosecutor directly and openly.
What a bunch of lies, you stupid piece of
Then also
You threatened my life, you
in the
you
back room.
Suck my
Even while being dragged to the back room, Alan continued with his threats.
No, I'm not standing. Not resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm just not standing up. I'm not standing. I don't have to stand. I hope you fall on that baby's head, you stupid. Never threatened that bitch. Bring play back the shit, you stupid mother.
The judge tried to continue with the hearing, but Alan didn't relent with his disturbance.
Get out! Get the out of here! Don't you pull on me! Get out! I'll get up, you mother. Don't be around my here. What you gonna do? You wanna hit me? Well, get
The judge sentenced Alan to 20 years in prison and also issued an additional 10-day sentence for Alan's disruptive behavior in court. In this case, a convict with a record of outbursts in courtrooms comes face-to-face with a taser gun. This is Percy Phillips, who is in a Louisville court for retaliating against a witness. In 2002, Phillips was accused of assaulting and robbing a homeless man. During the 2002 trial, the defendant threatened a police officer who had given damaging testimony. He is charged with multiple felony charges for threatening a prosecutor and witnesses. During court proceedings, the courtroom grew tense as the 45-year-old's lawyer questioned his client's state of mind.
Jay Lambert, on behalf of Mr. Phillips, Your Honor, he's present and seated next to me.
A hearing is underway to determine if 45-year-old Percy Phillips is competent to stand trial. Phillips is accused of retaliating against a witness inside the courtroom during a previous trial.
And it would be our position that Mr. Phillips is presently incompetent to stand trial. If we end up in trial, there is no way I can competently even frame a defense. I have asked Mr. Phillips, what do you want me to say or do at your trial? And he won't tell me. He literally, for years, has not said a word.
Knowing the darkness his client could unleash, the lawyer ended his opening statement with a chilling warning.
Mr. Phillips has shared that he doesn't know exactly what he'll do in certain situations in the courtroom. He thinks he just may explode.
The next statement given by the prosecutor was a tipping scale in an already tense courtroom.
Your Honor, it's interesting to remember that the conclusion of the case, when the defendant was unhappy with the verdict and unhappy with the sentence, he threatened the police officer who testified against him.
Phillips, who until that moment had shown no emotion, suddenly snapped.
Day was 16 to 239. I had to stun Percy Phillips. You want to come on up?
Phillips was later deemed incompetent to stand trial and the indictment was dismissed. In this next case, a father who caused untold pain to his son claims he is innocent. This is Eric Penland, who is in court for child abuse. On March 2017, Penland violently shook his then 3-month-old son, causing the child to go blind and deaf. He is charged with 2 felony counts of child endangering, 1 second-degree count for abusing the boy, and a 3rd-degree count for failing to seek prompt medical attention for him. During court proceedings, Penland made the court shiver with his claims of innocence.
Nothing prepared us for the screaming. Hours and hours of screaming. For the rest of his life, Eric will rely on others to bathe him, dress him, change his diapers, feed him, administer his pain medications.
I would submit to the court that this entire record is absolutely devoid of any remorse by the defendant.
I've been falsely accused. I've been wrongfully convicted.
After receiving his sentencing, Penland had some beautiful parting words for the judge.
Man. I didn't do anything wrong, man.
The child abuser was sentenced to 11 years behind bars.